What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Thursday. I don't even know what day it is. I know what day it is because it just said Thursday, obviously, but I don't know the date. Is it the 12th? Doesn't matter. Anyways, it is the 12th, right? Whatever. So we have a roundup of a bunch of Minnesota Vikings related stories and tidbits, and just want to, let's go. So the Vikings and the Giants will be getting the A team from Fox for their late afternoon Sunday game. Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen, G-Reg, third leg Greg, as well as Aaron Andrews and Tom Rinaldi. Tom Rinaldi is a good sideline reporter, but when he does the human interest pieces, like when he used to be on ESPN, where it's like, and the player had a very tragic backstory, and then the piano play, on a cold winter morning, east of Omaha. Wait, no, that's Bob Seger. Doesn't matter. So yeah, the Vikings, it's whatever. I generally try to mute it and play PA and Burcich, but we'll see what happens. Also, apparently I'm neighbors with Pete Burcich. I should learn how to pronounce Pete Burcich. Nailed it. Kirk Cousins is living in the Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame. The jersey from the miraculous comeback, down 33 points against the Indianapolis Colts. The game-worn jersey that Kirk Cousins had on his derriere is now in Canton. So, awesome. Bully. I mean, Kirk didn't even know that was the greatest comeback of all time. He thought that the Bills-Oilers game was a larger deficit, but Kirk slanging it that day. I love it. Josh Metellus named team captain. Now, Kevin O'Connell had talked about it with Brian O'Neill, who was the 8th team captain before he got hurt, and immediately Brian O'Neill said, Josh Metellus, right? So the team voted. Josh Metellus put that C on his chest, and a lot of people noticed, like during the game against the Bears, where Josh Metellus played phenomenally, had 3 passes broken up on defense, he was wearing the C, and now we got the whole story. I love Josh Metellus' story, man, coming in as a day 3 selection out of Michigan, working his way up, playing dynamite special teams, blocked 2 punts, in fact, like 2 back-to-back punts in 2 separate games, but 2 opportunities, he blocked 2 punts in a row. It's fantastic, man. And whenever he's been asked to fill in at safety, I mean, yeah, he's given up a couple big plays, but everyone does. But he's made some damn big plays of his own, especially in the Lions game first time around. So I think Josh Metellus is a fantastic team player. Obviously, the teammates love him, and I just love his style. Like, I always love and identify with the gritty, gutty, bottom of the roster, borderline practice squad guys who just take every single play, every single rep, and they play their hearts out. I love it, man. The Bears. So the crooked Chicago Bears earned the number 1 overall pick. Is like, remember when Ryan Poles said, we're taking the North back and we're not giving it back? We're taking the North and we're not giving it back or whatever. Yeah, they're taking the number 1 overall pick. They're probably going to have it for several years. But he didn't necessarily rule out taking a quarterback. So this is what he said. We're going to do the same as we've always done. We're going to evaluate the draft class, and I'd have to be absolutely blown away to make that type of decision, a.k.a. drafting quarterback at 1 and trading Justin Fields. So to a degree, I mean, there was a great opportunity for Ryan Poles to come out and say, Justin Fields is my guy. And, Justin Fields, he's a young quarterback. I do wonder if, not being backed up in public would have an effect on him. I don't really know. But, I mean, Fields is talented, especially as a runner. I think that he's developing as a passer. I think that the Bears certainly need to get him into a better offensive scheme, one that doesn't just make him a running back, as well as get him protection and weapons. I think that he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But is Poles being honest here, or is he just playing the game? Because the way that you get as much as possible for the number 1 overall pick is if teams think that you may use it on a quarterback, right? And then you may trade Fields, and hell, you may get even more picks for Fields as opposed to the number 1 overall pick, because even though Bryce Young and Stroud and Levis and Richardson have potential, I mean, Justin Fields has already shown it on the NFL level that he can play, right? So TBD what happens there, but I don't know. I know for a fact that the Bears are going to mess up this situation. Like, they'll botch whatever trade compensation they get for 1. They'll ruin Justin Fields. He'll bounce around the league. He'll find some footing somewhere else and then go from there. But you'll love to see it, man. So we put it out to you, the people, the Jeromes. What was your favorite Vikings regular season win? 13,000 people voted. We got 84% say the Bills. Yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah, the Jefferson catch coming back from 17 points in their building. It was fantastic. Plus the way that it went down. Kirk Cousins short, Josh Allen fumbles, touchdown, going into overtime. It's fun, man. The Packers game, week 1. Yeah, I mean, starting off the season on a high note. Oh, Kevin O'Connell, 17-0, Super Bowl homeboy. That's right. The Colts game, the massive comeback. The votes that we got for other, a lot of them were basically like whatever game that the person went to live, or a couple votes for the Giants game because of the Greg Joseph kick. But I mean, yeah, it's the Bills game. I actually will say that the Vikings-Bills game may be the best game of the season. Maybe the best. Well, I was gonna say the best of a couple seasons, but then I remembered Bills and Chiefs last year in the playoffs. Whatever. Field dates. Effective today, members of the 2020 NFL draft class are eligible for extensions. A deal can be agreed to at any point now. Going to be a lucrative offseason for some superstars from that class. So Joe Burrow is eligible. He's going to get paid. Justin Frank and Jefferson, of course. Jalen Reagor is eligible for an extension. I don't know. But, yeah, Jefferson, he's going to get paid. And the Vikings can structure it properly so it doesn't impact the salary cap, especially the years that Kirk Cousins are going to be here. Because remember, Justin Jefferson is going to be heading into year 4. He's got 1 year left on his rookie deal. Also, he have the 5th-year option. Teams can factor that in when discussing extensions, and they can prorate it out. So the only thing that impacts the 2023 salary cap is whatever his signing bonus is divided by 5, right? So I think that Jefferson rightfully is going to reset the market, like the whole Carlos Correa deal with the Twins, 6 years, $200 million. I think we'll be in that ballpark. I really do. I think that he deserves as much per year and probably more than Tyreek Hill. I think we're going to be talking about mid-tier quarterback money. Like if you told me that Jefferson ends up signing for $35 million a year, say tacking on to the end of the rookie deal, so like a 4-year, $140 million extension, fully guaranteed, I wouldn't be shocked. Or hell, if you just round up to a 6-year, $200 million deal with like $150 million guaranteed, I wouldn't be shocked. Like I would not bat an eye, and he would be worth it. And also, like it's not going to like crush the Vikings cap wise because Kirk Cousins eventually will come off the books, as well as the salary cap is going to be going up and up and up, especially with these new revenue deals and new partnerships. I mean, YouTube TV taking over for DirecTV, that's going to be huge for the players and the salary cap. So I'm not really sweating it. So go get yours, Justin Jefferson. Damn straight. Blake Prohl. Coming back from a torn ACL last year, the former UDFA out of East Carolina, come on, raise up. Selected as a Vikings 2022 Ed Block Hurge Award. Now, the Ed Block Hurge Award is named after, I want to say, a former Baltimore Colts trainer, Ed Block, and it's about a player that has courage and perseverance, and Blake Prohl certainly is that, coming back from injured reserve from that torn ACL. Plus, if you watch the Vikings on social media or on Instagram, the whole Riddle videos, they love Blake Prohl. I mean, Blake Prohl is like their little brother. Well, he actually might be like Adam Thielen's little brother, or at least he treats him like such. So, I mean, he's a guy that the locker room absolutely loves and adores. He's almost like their mascot, and he's got some skill, man. Like I'm intrigued to see what he can do next offseason with a full healthy camp, and then go from there. And also, speaking of Thielen, so yesterday was the last day of voting for Walter Payton Man of the Year. Now we're going to find out a Super Bowl week who ends up winning this year's Walter Payton Man of the Year. But I mean, you say winner, but I mean, there's 32 winners. 32 players around the league, and as well as many others. But 32 got recognized by their individual teams for doing great work in the community. The Thielen Foundation, Adam and his awesome wife Caitlin, they do some great things with youth sports and youth organizations. So, hats off to Thielen. Like, he's the man. He's the man. Come on. That's right. Speaking of the man, Kevin Seifert, who's not Carl Gerbschmidt, go. Congratulations, Patrick Peterson, for winning the 2022 Corey Stringer Good Guy Award by the Minnesota Vikings chapter of the Pro Football Writers Association. So the Corey Stringer Good Guy Award goes to the player every single year who basically just talks to the media, where... Yeah, a lot of players sort of wall off the media because a lot of the media, well, I won't say a lot, like some portions of the media will just love to twist words to cause drama and just get clicks and headlines and all that stuff. But I feel like there can certainly be a symbiotic relationship where players and coaches will be good to the media if the media is fair with them. Like I'm not even saying that the media has to kiss like players or coaches' ass. That's certainly not the media's job. I mean, because if they were, that they would just be a PR branch of the team, right? But the players actually sit down with the media. The coaches actually sit down with the media, talk about film, talk about strategy, on or off the record. I think there's a really good give and take because the media is a conduit to the fans, from the fans to the team, to the fans. One of the two. So the more educated the media is about what's going on with the team, the more educated the fans are going to be, the more fair the fans are going to be in general with the team. Or something like that. And Patrick Peterson is fantastic. I love him as a mentor for the younger cornerbacks, as well as he's really good in the media. Hell, he is the media with his podcast with Brian McFadden, All Things Covered. It's really fantastic. I think that Patrick Peterson, after he hangs it up and after he walks into the Hall of Fame as a first ballot Hall of Famer, I think that he has a future in the media. I think that his show could do well. He could probably get a studio gig or a color commentary. Hell, maybe he could do play-by-play. Maybe he'll pull Pat Summerall. Do you know Pat Summerall used to be a kicker for the Giants back in the day before he got into broadcasting? But, Patrick Peterson's super fair with the media because he is media, man. There you go. But that's it. That's Thursday Vikings news dump. A bunch of random Vikings headlines. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.